This is Kyle Martin Paintings. Hey, welcome back to the Chicken Coop Studio and welcome to my plein air painting channel. We have a workshop going on starting tomorrow. So let's have a sneak peek at the Chicken Coop. I rehung all of my paintings. Got some painting panels that I just toned, drying. I've got all of the reading and the exercises on these desks for my students. I've got my computer set up for a slideshow in the morning. Got a really good workshop cooked up for tomorrow. We're going to be working with value and color. And at one point, I'm actually going to have people match the colors by mixing oil paint into these specific paint swatches that I got from the hardware store. Talk more about that in the coming weeks, but before the workshop starts, just check it out. And I've spent all week getting ready for it. And Corbin's been helping me, and so has Violet. And here's the painting that we're going to be checking out in this week's video. So let's head out into the field and let's start working on this painting. All right, welcome back to my plein air painting channel, and we're back for more signs of spring today. We've detected some cherry blossoms. You can see right behind me, beautiful cherry blossom in bloom, and I love the shapes and colors that are happening here. And I was listening to a Jonathan Richman song while I was driving downtown today. In the song, he's talking about looking for the heart of Saturday night, and he's talking about trying to find where all the action is downtown. And I feel like in the springtime, that's sort of what I'm doing as I'm going out painting. I'm looking for the heart of springtime light, and we've got it right here. Now everything is in bloom right now. To find the heart of springtime light, I have to distill away all of the superfluous and only capture the inner essence of what I'm viewing today. So there's four things that I do when I start a painting. Number one, I find a subject that has good contrast of dark and light. This definitely has it. Number two, observe the scene in a simplified manner by creating a value sketch. I'm gonna put my red value glasses on and I'm gonna observe the scene only in terms of dark and light. The third thing I'm gonna do is create an accurate drawing on the canvas before I get started. I'm not gonna move into working in color until I have that accuracy that I'm after. And the fourth thing is I'm gonna take my time while I'm mixing my colors so that I can bring spring to life on the canvas. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's my little flowering cherry blossom. The blue shed behind there. This deep dark is the shadow being cast from the bush. I've crystallized the scene. I have simplified things into its most basic elements, and now it's time to get started on the actual painting. I think I'll get started by creating that accurate drawing on the canvas at this point. So I've created my value sketch. I've got my good drawing on the canvas. I'm gonna let this ink drawing dry for a couple of minutes. And in the meantime, I'll start to mix the colors on my palette. It's a 20 by 24 inch panel today. I'm gonna have to mix some generous piles of paint, and I hope I have enough laid out here on my palette. I think I do, so let's get started. So I've mixed a couple of colors. It's not everything that I'm going to be using to paint with, but I have to move forward on this painting. I'm going to use the imprimatura technique today, and this is about a 40% value. The color of the house is kind of a yellow color that's in shade, and I mixed up that 40% value, and I figured that that would be a nice color to create the imprimatura with this morning. So I'm mixing that paint with some of the lavender spike oil from our treehouse, and I'm spreading that, a thin layer of that on the canvas. I think that that color is going to be nice, especially because the house with the gazebo is such a large part of the composition this morning. So I started out there, and now I'm going to start to darken up some of my darks. If I put a little bit of the lavender spike oil on my brush, I can pull some of these lights away. The gazebo has some of these lit up holes on it, and I can just kind of state some of this stuff by pulling the information away. And then in other areas, like the deep shadows cast from the bushes, I can use some darker oil paint to state that area. So I'm just going to use that imprimatura technique this morning to get the painting started. I took a look at the painting yesterday in my studio, and I decided that I'd come back again for another painting session just to add some more light and color into the painting. This is where I left it yesterday. You can see I'm dealing with some wind today. There goes my umbrella. Best case scenario is to have an umbrella up that will allow me to be in shade, but I guess I'll see what happens today. So I'm going to get started on the painting. I really want to add some more reflected light and some more color, especially into the gazebo area. Like the way that the cherry blossom and the shed behind them turn out. But I'm just going to add another layer of paint to the whole canvas, and then I'll decide what I have to do to finish it. So let's get started on today's progress. This is where I'm leaving the painting for the day. The wind is out of control. Everything's blowing away on me, so I'm gonna pack things up. But I'm happy with the painting that I came up with today. I think it has that shimmer, springtime light, and freshness feel to it that I wanted. And I'm gonna pack it up and we'll do this again soon. Thanks for joining me for these Signs of Spring videos. Worked in a lot of reflective light into the shadows. That umbrella is blowing too much, so I've got to get going.